moons. Starting this past June to June 2026, Jupiter is in Cancer. And what does that mean? Well, essentially, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So all of the attributes of Jupiter are magnified. As 2 months have just about slipped by, we have 10 months left to go and see how this Jovian boon will serve us. I invite you to think about this not only by your sun sign, but also think about your Jupiter sign. Think about where your Jupiter is housed. Think about as well if you feel connected to it. Some people do, some people don't. You know, it's all rather personal. Do you feel connected to your rising? It's how people see us. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you feel connected to your moon sign? So all those places you can think about. And let's see. So there's one thing I wanted to do before I got started. Let's see if I can't find it in a moment. Give me 1 second and then we'll start. All right. So, yes, I won't be timestamping this reading, but I will list, if you're watching it after the fact, the order in which I read the elements. Thank you for the like. And let's start off with water. Start off with Scorpio. So as I mentioned, you can think about where your Jupiter sign is in your chart, but you can also go by your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising. But we'll start off with Scorpio. Scorpio, a Jovian message for you. I have Queen of Pentacles, and a bunch of cards falling out. That Queen of Pentacles gets a Page of Swords, an Ace of Cups, bottom of the deck energy, 6 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. Scorpio. The cards here are talking about really working hard and a bit underappreciated for the conditions and what you've done, what you've hoped for. Also to the investment that or at least the honest intentions that you've worked towards things hasn't exactly been appreciated. You put in a lot more, Scorpio, than what you received, and also too for how you've been appreciated. What I do have for you, Scorpio, here with Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Ace of Cups. You know, Scorpio, is not so much about how you have been received, but it has been about you basically getting your best game forward, your best skills forward, the criticalness that you could only get from experience, Scorpio. You are a veteran in that you are so seasoned, Scorpio, that now You know, it didn't really matter whether you were honing your skills, being accoladed by a whole bunch of people, or Scorpio, you were just heads down in the trenches, adhering to your craft and your purpose. Because all I know, Scorpio, is right now you have everything that you need to succeed. And also, too, Scorpio, what I see here in this energy as well, you know, you need to go and start taking some bigger steps, some bolder bites into what you want. And if you are not being appreciated where you are, Scorpio, find that place that is. Don't necessarily try and change the minds of the people that are around you. Definitely speak what's on your mind, speak what you feel you deserve. And then go and find that place that is going to honor it, because you are not one to be treated as a neophyte, as a junior, as simply a professional. You have leadership energy, Scorpio, and you have a lot to contribute. That should be recognized, that should be honored, and it's enough of just simply providing support. Now it's time for others, organizations to appreciate and celebrate the fact that they have you to celebrate, to work on their concerns. Okay. However, clearly I can say that, Scorpio, now's the time to stop being second in command or stop being part of the peanut gallery. Take your place at the front. Find the place that is going to appreciate you being at the front, Scorpio. So let's do Pisces. I already said all of the placements, so I'm not going to go through, where it could be in the chart. But if you have Pisces placements, for the Piscean collective, I have for you message of prosperity to think of. I have Temperance. Stubborn energy, a Pisces, Judgment, Two of Swords, Hermit, the Sun. Basically, Pisces, you don't need anyone to go and tell you what to do. You don't require it. Also, too, who are they to go and judge you? Who are they to go and evaluate you? What do they honestly know, Scorpio? It's like a baker evaluating the work of an astronaut and a physics engineer. They're two different verticals. And likewise, what platform does an engineer have to go and critique a master baker? Okay, let's go and find out more. Temperance. Pisces, I have Ace of Wands. I have Three of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, bottom of the deck energy. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. I have strong Sagittarius energy here. Pisces, between Temperance, Eight of Wands, Ten of Wands. A whole lot of work, Pisces, to get where you are right now. You have not slacked off in the slightest. Also, too, Pisces, support could have been definitely much better. People saw potential, Pisces. They saw potential in what you are doing. Also, to your capacity. Capacities never has been a question or an issue with you, Pisces. Your capacity to do what you say you're going to do and to do it well. But the support, Pisces, hasn't been there. It's like a lot of jealousy because what you could achieve and they make you go uphill with it, Pisces. And despite that, Pisces, that hasn't really slowed you down. In some ways, yes, perhaps in the physical ways it slowed you down, but your skill level also here, Pisces, is also shining. So too, your almost ability to see crap. You know, what is real, what is authentic, what is a time waster, what do you pay attention to, what's worthy of you paying attention to. All that energy is here, bottom of the deck. And Pisces with Temperance. Temperance, Ace of Wands, Three of Cups. Quite a big party about to start for you, Pisces. You're going to get something very, very substantial in your hands, and it looks like it's going to be a bit publicized as well. Something is going to change for you. It's going to be overnight. And also, too, Pisces, let me say in this energy, there's a little bit of publicity here. So let me say, too, with that bottom of the deck energy that I was pulling between the Ten of Wands and Three of Swords, I think we had Seven of Cups, that other energy of people recognizing, Pisces, your skills and what you do. In this publicity, be careful how you receive that publicity, Pisces, or how public you are in your current efforts and any efforts of achievement, Pisces. Because this speaks of a lot of attention too, and I don't think attention is necessarily, achievement is good. Attention, I think, is unnecessary for you right now. You know, get your achievements, Pisces. Keep a low profile, Pisces, and use at least initially this win that's coming up to build your foundation, to solidify yourself. You don't really need external attention, Pisces, unless that external attention is actually going to go and build to your momentum. So if anyone says that they're going to do something and they want to go and give you, I don't know, some shout out or some call or newspaper article or something that could be trackable by SEO, you get the idea. Something that could be broadcasted to a bunch of people. Pisces, I would turn that down and try and be as anonymous as possible right now, because really all that you need to do is make more connections that will add to your wins, not necessarily sharing your wins with the world at general or peanut galleries who are essentially peanuts. So let's go on to the next sign. I'm going to get one glass of water first. So I have my My kitty here joining me. There's not enough room for her. She'll probably knock over the camera. And I see something. One moment. All right. So, as I said, I have my little cat is here. Want to come and say hi? She's in my way, kind of. You're in my way. Oh, well. Sometimes it's that way, I guess. Cancer. Going to look into Cancer. Would kind of like my cat to move, but she's not moving. So I will work around her. Can you move? Come on, little baby girl. Come. Can you move? She's like sitting vertically too, when she should be sitting this way. Can you move, little girl? No? Can you move? Come over here. There's room for you over here. Hmm? You want to come? Come on. Come on. No? She says, oh, you're not going to go and bribe me to move. Okay. I'm not going to bribe her to move. Fair enough. So, move. This is right where I put my arm, though. This is very uncomfortable, little chumesses. Can you move just a little bit? Come on. Let's move yourself. No? Okay, she wants to be here. Says, I am here. I am Pussycat. I'm not moving. She is not moving. So if the cat does not want to move, who am I to ask the cat to move? I am just a human who should do a better job of picking up her taters and feeding her food. Okay. Cancer. A Jovian message for Cancer. Knight of Cups, bottom of the deck energy, Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords, Judgment. Seven of Cups, Sun. You know, in this energy, I'd almost say it's making a choice. But the broader energy is that you've already been making your choices, Cancer. And you've already been following through on them. You already have your very definite what I want, what I'll do, what I won't do, what I don't want. All those choices have already been made. Very definitive energy here. So then we have a Knight of Cups. Is that following through with what you love? Is that someone coming through? I'm going to keep that, but still pull. I have 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, bottom of the deck energy, King of Cups, 6 of Swords, 3 of, well, the things take time. Of course, Ace of Cups is Cancerian energy, 3 of Cups is Cancerian energy. Good things take time, Cancer. Unfortunately. I definitely feel that 6 of Swords drags down the whole momentum of the cup energy in the fact that what you want, what you hope for, the things that make you happy, you really have to wait for them. 6 of Swords is not really a speedy energy. But doesn't mean that just because it takes a while to get here, it's not happening, it's not here, it's not coming. Does it mean that? We'll find out more. And Knight of Cups. That Knight of Cups. Well, we have that 8 of Pentacles that fell out. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Again, we have some little draggy energy here between 2 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. But, you know, things are moving. Things are moving. Things are moving. The puzzle pieces are coming together. Things are connecting. It just is taking a while. It's taking a while too, Cancer, because how much have you been compromising for what you want? Maybe you have been making compromises, but still those compromises haven't exactly been big ones. You've been really true and authentic to yourself, what you want, how you want it, what you will do to get it. And you've upheld your own standards. Some people are there saying, well, if you need to do something, do anything and everything. Yeah, doing everything and anything doesn't really define your self-character. Yes, one could do anything and everything. But then, even as you're doing that everything and anything, what sort of quality are you doing that to? Are you producing that for? I mean, you know what I mean? You could be doing everything and everything, but you could just be running around. Or those people that are doing everything and everything, ultimately what they're doing is they're living life and producing things on an output that's only 15%, maybe 30%, maybe 20%, as opposed to knowing your worth, knowing what you want to do, knowing what you should do, and making sure that when you do things, Cancer, you're doing them at 80%, 95%, 150%. There's a difference of quality here. So I have things moving slowly enough, but they're moving. Know that things are being set in motion. Everything is at an amble type pace. We're not trotting along, Cancer. We're definitely not running along. We're kind of, you know, Cancer, have you ever seen 2 people who are chatting and they're just taking a walk together? You know, they have no real urgency to where they're going. And they have obviously no real destination as well to get to. That's the kind of pace of the energy that you're in towards the goal you want. Not that you're in that mindset, but the outside forces that are bringing everything together. It's moving at that sort of pace. Your energy is very sharp, focused, and ready for now, but the environment as a whole is slower. So let's go on to air. And for air, I have my cat meowing. For air, I have, let's see. Let's do Libra. So a Jovian message for Libra. Ten of Cups, bottom of the deck energy, Queen of Cups, High Priestess, Five of Swords. You might have to see things slightly in a different way, Libra. Heart remains in the same place, but in order to maximize your effort, there is something you have to do differently, something you have to see differently, something you have to work out differently. And while you do so, Libra, not really let other people know that you are changing how you operate. Consistency on the outside, Libra, while internally change your stripes to spots. We'll find out more. I have High Priestess. I have 8 of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy for Libra. Things look pretty stable overall for you, Libra. Not that you haven't necessarily been perhaps getting the successes that you want, but what I do see is stability. You have a cadence going on right now in your routine, in your lifestyle. And while it's not fulfilling any fantasies or dreams, it's keeping the boat moving. And it's also, too, in this energy, Libra, it's like each successive step that you gain, you can move a little faster with the next step that comes. You can also you can move a little faster. You can be a bit more bold. You can ask for more. This is progressive energy, very slow moving, avalanche-like energy. As each roll happens, the snowball gets bigger and more massive and picks up some speed, velocity, weight, impact, and all those sorts of things. Libra, I do have significant Pisces energy here. And I do think in this case for you, Libra, it does refer to think about your dualities, especially how you present to the public. Poker faces are very useful for you, at least right now, Libra. Also, too, Libra, what is it that you have to say to put people at ease around you? How is it that you have to act to put people at ease around you? Even if you don't feel that yourself, Libra, that's still something that you should convey. Keep your conflicts right now internal, Libra. Also to Libra, as you are evaluating things, analyzing things, and strategizing about things, Libra, be very careful with whom you share your plans with, who you share. I feel like just saying your business too. The more you can project, Libra. A picture of just benign vanilla goodness. That is going to give you so much room and opportunity to make some very interesting pivots, jumps, and changes. So let's go on to Gemini. Gemini. I have 5 of Wands, 6 of Swords, bottom of the deck energy, 3 of Cups. Gemini, rushing is not going to serve you right now. No rushing. No rushing. You can't go and force a situation or urge a situation forward with your charm, your wit, your actions. So don't bother, first of all. Because what I have here are things moving at their own pace. And it's best if you conserve your energy and not jump into anything. If something's not working out as you would like it, drop it and move on. Because this is almost like whirlpool or dead zone energy, black hole energy. You'll just suck, and you'll give life to something that really isn't going to benefit you in the first place. Six of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Hangman. Definitely Gemini. If something is irritating you or people are resisting you, if your idea is different from the greater group, and if you find yourself at an impasse, drop it, move on, and wait your time to enact those changes. Save your energy. Protect your energy. Do just what's necessary, Gemini, at this time to get along. Because an opportunity is going to go and open up. When this situation gets exhausted, let it get exhausted on its own fumes. So that then when there is space here, quiet forms, a lull happens, you can then swoop in, Gemini, and clean up. So Aquarius, what do I have for you? A Jovian message for Aquarius. Ace of Wands, Aquarius. Someone is coming, Aquarius. Someone's thought about you, Aquarius. They do see you as an opportunity, Aquarius. I actually don't really kind of like this energy so much, Aquarius, only because, well, it's kind of a little exploitative. Someone's all excited about what they can get from you, Aquarius, not so much what they'll give in return or what together you could create. That's why I'm a little wary of this energy. Someone's all excited about you, not so much about what you can do together. Why is that, Aquarius? We'll find out more. Ace of Wands. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I have that Page of Wands again. Bottom of the deck energy, Six of Wands, Page of Cups, Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles. Well, I have the energy here, number one, of being overlooked. Someone overlooked, discounted, kind of just went and went off into other things. They like to retrace their steps. Someone dropped something, they want to come back and retrieve it. They say, I actually needed that. I actually would like that. That would actually be quite helpful. It's that kind of energy, Aquarius. Someone now is reviewing something based on hindsight. Interesting enough. Anyway, excuse me. Ace of Wands with a Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands. So much to offer does this Queen of Pentacles have, Aquarius. Someone is going to come to see how much will this Queen of Pentacles, how much can they get from the Queen of Pentacles? Aquarius, my Jovian message for you, it's a little bit of a warning. Because, as I said from the beginning of your reading, somebody is all excited about what they can get from a partnership with you. But it's not so much what they can share or together you can build. Someone is a powerhouse here, and someone wants to use that energy to better themselves. So keep that in mind. With anyone coming, offering partnerships, you know everything that you can bring to the table, Aquarius. What are they bringing? So I did air, I did water. Let's see who we'll do next. Should we do Earth? We'll do Virgo. A Jovian message for Virgo, Eight of Pentacles, of course. It's Virgo energy. That almost fell out, but not quite. Same sort of energy, though, work. Important work, labor of love, what you feel called to do, what you're best at. Something definitely worth laboring for. Worthwhile work. Virgo, I have 8. All the cards are falling out, Virgo. Very earthy energy here. Anyway, 9 under the Hermit is Virgo energy. I do have really significant Sagittarius energy. Maybe you have Sagittarius placements. Maybe Is there someone around you with Sagittarius energy or someone who you'll meet with significant Sagittarius placements? And 2 cards fell out with you, so we'll take them. 6 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. Virgo, you carrying too much dead weight around. I don't really mean to call it dead weight. That could be a little callous, but you get the idea here, Virgo. You're carrying a little too much weight of things. I don't know if it's emotions, if it's hopes, if it's relationships, if it's connections, if it's responsibilities. It doesn't really matter what kind of weight you're carrying around externally. You're carrying too much around. History, memories, things, hours, responsibilities, commuting, I don't know, something Virgo is too much and in excess, and you've been doing it a while, Virgo. Maybe you've been listening to too many people. Maybe too many people have been confiding in you and not really opening up the floor both ways for you, Virgo. Something about it is very draining. Something you are doing is in excess. Maybe you're running yourself ragged with your schedule. Something is in excess, Virgo. And Virgo, in the energy that I have here, you can actually continue doing it for quite a while longer. I have no deadline like, oh, you must stop here because it's detrimental, because I do have still plenty of strength here. Plenty of strength here, Virgo. But Virgo, ultimately, you're doing something in excess. It's draining you. And you should detach from it. You should dial it back. Something you do regularly, something you do daily, something you have been doing for a while, something that's become a habit, Virgo. It's no good for you, Virgo. Dial it back if you're not going to end it. Okay, that's too draining on your energy. Your energy is being sapped by this. And there are other avenues, other directions you should use that energy towards, Virgo. Okay, so be very judicious with your time, Virgo. Okay? And if something feels draining after you do it, take note of those type of things, Virgo. Again, I don't care if it's a phone conversation or if it's something like a commute, or I don't know what it could be. I'm not going to go and focus on it, but it's something that after you deal with it, Virgo, you feel like you should do it. You already have done it, and then you feel really drained afterwards. And it's something that you can continue doing, but you should stop that. Dial it back, if not end it. Let's do a Jovian message of prosperity, luck, and wealth for Taurus. Do Taurus, we'll do Capricorn, and then we'll do fire signs, and then we're done. So, Taurus, I have the world for you, Taurus. Page of Wands, Taurus. Of course, Hierophant is Taurus energy. 6 of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Tower. Taurus, something has already blown up a little bit. Blown up, ended, however you want to describe an end phase. Something has pretty much dissolved around you. Either that situation has detached itself from you, and or you have detached itself from it, and getting away from it is just a little bit more sticky than your emotional detachment to it. Somebody's biting me, Taurus, like a mosquito. Anyway, it just like bit my arm and then it bit my back. It's like summer. And the mosquitoes are out. Anyway, not to go off into that, but it's just bit my shoulder. Anyway, so know that first of all, there you are already in an end, but detaching yourself from that end is a little more complicated than just walking away. A little bit more complicated to go and start the next phase. But the next phase is here, Taurus. Taurus, the next phase is here. Next phase is definitely here. Taurus will find out more. I am going to say to Taurus in this energy, what kind of small offers have you been getting? Small signs. There definitely have been not what you probably would hope to go and see for this type of changes you want to go and have. Big changes, big movement, lots of firework. Let's get up and move and change everything around. Definitely that energy is here. I'm going to put that in here too. But what this tells me here, Four of Swords and Page of Wands, it tells me that you should pay attention to the little small things that by themselves don't really amount to much, but the stream is moving. You're not stagnant. And those little things will slowly and surely start to accumulate to something more. That's what I have here on the World card. So World, I have 8 of Wands. I have 2 of Wands. Shortly, everything will change, Taurus. So be prepared, Taurus. Everything is going to change, Taurus. Not going to have much time to think about it too, Taurus. And that change is definitely going to be one that you won't be able to go back to with what you knew. Whole new set of circumstances very, very shortly. Taurus, do you have your eyes set on a different location? I do have a little bit of a different location here, Taurus. I had some big changes here. It's almost like, Taurus, if you've been living on water, now you're going to be living on air. If you've been living in ice, Taurus, now you are going to be broiling in fire. Big change is coming up for you, Taurus. If you had gills before, now you will have lungs to breathe the air. It's a good change, Taurus, but radically different. It's going to be a bit bigger, too, than what you've hoped for or planned for. And it's not going to take that long once it starts moving. The enormity of it will be like something that, as I said, if you had gills before you have lungs, that kind of big soul shift. Capricorn. Capricorn. I have Page of Pentacles for you. Four of, think very carefully, Capricorn, about what you say, what you do. Also, two, who's speaking to you. Don't be quick, Capricorn, with what you offer. Don't be quick to take any offers either in this energy, Capricorn. The offers of quality, Capricorn, should not have an expiration date to them. Should not rush you along at their pace, Capricorn. You should be careful, Capricorn, too, with the offers that are coming your way. There is a little bit here, Capricorn, of somebody in romantic energy. I am going to say Hierophant, King of Cups, Seven of Cups energy, almost like with this offer coming in, Capricorn. It's not going to be that easy if you accept it to disengage yourself from it. Could be romantic, could be work. It definitely is someone who has an emotional investment in the partnership, an emotional investment in keeping you close, in working with you, having your attention, having you care, your attention and your care. This energy is difficult to shake loose. So Capricorn, I have an offer coming your way. I think you should think about it. I do think, too, anything that you say in response, any promises that you say in response, you should also think very hard and long about that, too, Capricorn. It's something that I have here. I have no doubt it will be nice. It looks nice, but it looks sticky, Capricorn. Sticky. This person is not going to like if you reject this person later down the line, Capricorn, or if you leave this company down the line, Capricorn. It's not like this person's going to go, oh, Capricorn left. Okay. Next thing. No, I feel like, I don't know, blacklist you or something. Something about it is a little sticky. This person would not, or this situation would not like rejection. Better to reject them now than to reject them later. So think about it. And fire. Oh, thank you for the likes. Hello. Ah, Taurus. Welcome, welcome. So let's go and see fire. And let's do Aries. Aries. A Jovian message for Aries. Okay, Aries, lots blowing up around you. Actually, no, I'm not going to say lots blowing up around you. A contentious environment, Aries, is what I have for you. Right now, you are in, what do they call Have you ever seen those martial art films, Aries? And they talk about the venom jar or something to that effect, where they put in the scorpions and the venomous snakes and maybe the bumblebees and a whole bunch of other things, right? And whatever like survives out of that is supposed to be the strongest predator, and also has taken the poisonous shots but still survived of the other creatures. But that's the kind of energy that I have here. I have a very contentious environment, Aries, that you're in. And also, too, Aries, it's not like there's any winning or losing in this energy, because this energy is just meant to build, boil, evaporate, and build, boil, evaporate over and over again. There's no point in getting tangled or messed up in this, because this is like trying to stop the sun from rising or setting. It's the environment. And so it's so Aries, it's the environment, and you should just focus on leaving. Very interesting too, Aries, if you have any Pisces placements. The moon is Pisces, 8 of Cups is Pisces, 10 of Cups is Pisces. If you have any Piscean placements, or if you know anybody, or meet anybody with significant Pisces placements, I don't know, give it a closer look. But yeah, basically what I have for you, Pisces, time to go. You want to say hi, my little cat? The next cat wants to say hi. Come on, little girl. I know. You gonna sit here? You can't lean on that. Okay, you're gonna sit here and be a good little girl? We can have that. We have a little stand now. It's called Quick Chan stand. So 5 of Wands, Aries. 5 of Wands gets a 5 of Cups and the Sun. Well, we do have, rounding it out with significant Leo energy. Of course, we are in Leo season. But ultimately, Aries, vamonos, move. Trying to remember what go is in Chinese, but I forgot. I think ting, of course, is to stop, but oh well, don't remember. Now it's actually kind of bugging me, but that's not the point. Yeah, you need to go. So focus. Don't get involved in the miasma that's around you, Aries. Because as I said, this is as natural to the place that you're in as the sun rising or setting. You need to focus on getting out. You see it for what it is, Aries. There's no secrets here. For you have been provided with clear vision, Aries. Everything is exactly as it seems, exactly as it is, and know that you shouldn't. It's not like you're going to change it. So you need to go. Make use of what contacts you can and go. Although with this 5 of Swords energy, I kind of feel like too, it speaks to almost getting along with the group as long as you need to get along with them, and making your exit plan quietly. Let's go on to, we might as well go on to Leo. Leo, I did do, I think the other day, a July reading for your collective. No, was it July or was it August? I wonder if I called it July. I meant to do August. Well, I did it for August, but now actually I think I've been so busy. I think I actually did July. I'll have to adjust that. Yeah, that's a kind of like month this has been for me. Anyway, Leo, a Jovian message for Leo. And I have Magician, Leo. All the power is right at your fingertips, Leo. Of course, strength is Leo energy, Ace of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, all under Magician. Very good energy. All the skills, resources, knowledge. You're no one's fool and you're quite capable, Leo. You don't need to depend on others, Leo. In fact, you'll get the farthest you can right now, Leo. By yourself, Leo. Make the movements you can, Leo, by yourself right now, because what I see is that a support, foundation, community support from an organization, other people, that's going to take a little bit of time, Leo. But there's a lot you can do right now independently. So think about what best can you do independently. Drill down and hone into that, Leo. Because also, too, there are people who are watching how you move, Leo. And probably a little bit of a chicken, the little red hen energy. Who will help me eat? There's a little bit of that energy here, Leo. But definitely don't wait for others to help you right now. They will come, Leo, but right now they are slow. So don't depend on them. I love cats. Like, aren't you going to pet me? I'm sitting like a little muffin all by myself over here. And giving me this look like, aren't you going to pet me? I am unloved. I've been talking to this space for the past hour when I'm right here. Okay. Yes, it's my little creepy chat. Okay. Let's go and see our last sign, which is Sagittarius. So, what do I have for Sagittarius? A Jovian message of prosperity for a Sagittarius. Fond feelings, Sagittarius. Someone can't let go of, someone's quite sentimental. Quite sentimental, quite sentimental, can't let go. Everything they do, everything they see is in comparison to something from the past, Sagittarius. Is that your energy? Somebody viewing you in that energy? All I know is that this Five of Swords is motivated by experiences in the past, relationships they've had in the past, what they've seen in the past. And they want to bring that out to the front, build it out to the present. Death. Nine of Swords. someone else's ideal, Sagittarius, do I have, even though this is a Jovian message of prosperity, do I have a love reading for you, Sagittarius? Looks a little bit like that because I have idealism here. Someone is someone else's ideal. Someone is someone else's hope. Someone is very motivated and enthusiastic just by thinking about something they've seen or experienced in the past, Sagittarius. And that colors all of their current actions. Sagittarius, I almost want to say, I don't know, Sagittarius. I think this comes down to personal preference, how you feel on an individual level. Because there's something colored by the past that is coming towards you with new opportunity. They want to regain what was lost. They want to rebuild the past into the present. And my sort of caveat here, Sagittarius, is if it's something that happened in the past, something that's colored by the past, well, you kind of know how that went. True, people can change, and true, people can see value where before they did not. Do you want to take that chance, that time? I do have a lot of time here. A lot of time was spent prior. A lot of time was spent in this lawlessness of nothing. Lull, null, however you want to phrase it. And this is going to, if this energy gets its way, Sagittarius, this will take up time in the present. This is a time eater. You won't be able to get this time back if you feed it more, Sagittarius. How sentimental are you, Sagittarius? To go and give second chances. And also, too, Sagittarius, to build something together with someone from the past when, if it was done in the correct energy, Sagittarius, it still would have continued today. Something to think about. Sagittarius and everybody, well, those are my readings for you. Sun, moon, rising, and Jupiter placements. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. And let me know your thoughts and comments on the comment section. If you also appreciate my time, give me a like. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can send a little bit of love, a donation over by one of the methods listed in the description. Till next time, bye-bye, thank you.